Summer Disney laid off more than 7,000 employees.
Happening today, Salt Lake City employees in the Youth City government will spend the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service volunteering at the Utah Food Bank. This will take place at their South Salt Lake office beginning at about 8 o'clock this morning. Founded in 1904, Utah Food Bank has operated under various names but remains true to its mission of fighting hunger statewide. Since then, they've provided food to over 245 food banks all across the state. Great work they're doing there. Also happening today.
You're watching KSL News at 4.
What a difference a week makes, right? The series of storms over the last 7 days here in our mountains, putting us just over 100% of normal.
News specialist Dan Rascone is covering this story and joins us live. Dan, this is huge for our water situation.
Yeah, it really is, Debbie. It is huge. You know, we couldn't ask for a better series of snowstorms to happen. Our water situation, we're up Big Cottonwood Canyon here. Boy, they told me that they more than doubled our water situation up here with this snowstorm. A week ago, we were talking about 73% of normal. Today, we hit 102%. Let me give you some of the incredible numbers of fresh powder we've seen in the last 7 days, according to our KSL weather team. Alta, 86 inches. Solitude, 80 inches. Brighton, 73 inches. And Powder Mountain, 64 inches. That's more than 7 feet of snow in some places. KSL meteorologist Matt Johnson is calling this a saving the season storm cycle.
This storm cycle initially started January 4th. If you factor in the numbers from January 4th until now, so about 10 or 11 days, that's 113 inches up at Alta. That's amazing.
Yes, that is amazing. That's nearly 9.5 feet of snow in just 10 days. As you can imagine, the canyons are packed today with folks wanting to enjoy all the powder. We found some college students enjoyed a day off of school building, or a day off of school, building a snow fort here. You know, we're going to hear from them, and also we'll hear from some of the water experts there in regards to just what this means for our reservoirs and also our snowpack. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Debbie, Mike, back to you.
I love those snow forts. Hopefully you were able to play in the snow with them a little bit, Dan.
Yeah, I tried.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
All right, let's check in with Kevin.
Wow, what a difference a week makes. More than 7 feet of snow in the mountains in some places. Enough for some college students to build a snow fort. But more importantly, what this means for our water. That story coming up at 6 o'clock.
Hope it means more forts. I love the snow forts. Thank you, Dan. Plus Utah Firefighter.
Keep your family safe up our canyons.
Some areas doubled the amount of water.
Plus, after another dismal December for snow, has a new year put our snowpack back on track. And Utah's
Powder on the slopes.
And what a difference a week makes. Just hear just how much snow we got in the past 7 days and what this means for our water situation. I'm Dan Rascone. That story coming up next.
Welcome back. A season-saving storm. That's what our meteorology team is calling the week-long storm cycle, as more than 7 feet of snow fell in some of our mountain areas.
It's a lot of feet. News specialist Dan Rascone covering the story for us tonight. He joins us live right now. Dan, this is really huge for the water situation, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike, this is really huge. You know, a lot of people, of course, are enjoying all the powder up there. We're at the mouth of Big Cottonwood Canyon. We saw a big traffic jam just behind me, but sure enough, as soon as we come out live, it clears up. But boy, lots of people coming in and out of this parking lot here, enjoying all the powder up in the mountains, and this has made a huge difference for our water. A group of college students up Big Cottonwood Canyon.
It's just something I've always wanted to do.
Who decided to spend their day off by building a snow fort.
There's a lot of snow right now. It was like perfect timing.
Yes, there is a lot of snow. In fact, in the last 7 days, Utah's northern mountains have seen more than 7 feet of snow in some places.
Some of that will seep in.
That's why KSL's meteorologist Matt Johnson is calling it a season-saving storm cycle, jumping from 73% of normal to now 102%.
This was big. This storm cycle initially started January 4th. If you factor in the numbers from January 4th until now, so about 10 or 11 days, that's 113 inches up at Alta. That's amazing.
It's also amazing when you talk about what this all means for our water situation. According to the latest figures, that much snow will double our water in some areas. putting Utah at 7.2 inches of water this season, just above 100%.
It's pretty significant.
Meteorologist Hayden Mahan is on the hydrology team with the National Weather Service in Salt Lake.
It was getting to the point where it was starting to look bleak. We needed this type of storm in order to catch us back up.
Of course, we do still have a long way to go in the season,
Should we carve it down more, or do you think that's good?
but nothing wrong with enjoying it while we can.
I hope it works out. It's looking good so far.
Yeah, hopefully that fort holds up there. You know, we got another bus coming in. Like we said, it's been a busy scene of activity right here in this parking lot in Big Cottonwood Canyon. You know, the thing about it is we still are a long way away, of course, until May, but hydrologists say they are optimistic. The other thing we have going for us here are reservoirs right now are about 80%. Last year at this time, they're only at about 40%. Mike and Debbie, back to you.
All right, good information. Thanks, Dan.
Dan, you better hurry and catch that bus. Make your way down the mountain.
I know, I got to get down.
Yeah. All right, great stuff. All right, Kevin joins us right now, and that is Emotional Reunion coming up next. Also, the recent storms leaving a mark in our mountains, what it means for the snowpack as we look ahead to more storms this week. Avalanche mitigation. Thanks to the series of mountain storms over the past week, the state's snowpack numbers are back on track for the season, from 73% of normal just 7 days ago to now 102% this evening. Alta has received more than 7 feet of snow in the past week alone. Solitude, Snowbird, Brighton are not far behind. According to the latest numbers here, that much snow will double Utah's water in some areas. Reservoirs around the state are now at about 80% capacity. That is compared to just 40% at the same time last year. Kevin, join us right now. I'm guessing those numbers have to do with we had great water.